Welcome here to the PM Show, weekend edition. It's tough when you start the show with someone just shouting in your headsets here or telling you in the studio that they're in immortal pain. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm Michael Horn. Paul Stern has joined us. Paul, you are in pain?
A lot of pain. Remember that guy we used to have on the air called Pain-Free Pete? Pete Egoscue.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, he did a good show. Whatever happened to him? I think he hurt himself with a nail gun, and we never heard from him again. But he was pain-free. Just I just made that up. You just talked about the fact that, you know, people, you cut your own toenails. I mean, let's just get right down to it. Some people do, some don't.
Yeah,
I was told many years ago after an ingrown toenail by the doctor to square them off. And then sometimes when I go to some place and they do a pedicure, which is, cutting your nails on your feet, they'll look and they'll round them off ingrown toenail. So, you just, before we sat down here today, you just shouted at me and it made me just scowl because apparently you've lost a toenail.
No, I didn't lose the toenail, but I kind of...
Any of you eating out there, please stop for a moment so Paul can tell you the story. Go ahead.
I didn't use, I guess a toenail clipper to...
He said to stop eating, Martha.
I didn't use a clipper. I didn't use a clipper.
Hot dogs that Tomas sells us in the stand.
You know how it is with the nail. Sometimes you get like a little nick, and it's kind of already started, and all you got to do is just kind of pull it.
I don't do that. You don't pull at your toenails. You get them. You ease them up because when you do that, then you're walking on them, and there's like pain that happens. Is that what you got right now?
Well, I pulled off the nail, and then all of a sudden the nail kept on going, and it seemed to take off.
I don't want to hear anymore. Now I don't even look at you. The audience just passed out. Martha!
No, if I was to
somebody help that man, revive him over there. He just passed out.
No, if I was to take off my shoe, I'm wearing like a tennis shoe, and if I was to take off my shoe, inside the shoe I would have my foot, and of course my foot is in a sock.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's rubbing against it.
There's a lot going on inside that sock. You know what I mean?
You have totally alienated our audience and made them absolutely sick. Take a bow. And just put your foot up there, and please put your sock back on and put your foot back.
If you want to look at the toe, I
don't want to see it. No,
it's hot. It's hot.
I don't want to see
red.
it. All right, go ahead. Put it on the camera. We got the camera here. Can you hold it up here sometime during today's show? By the way, you can go to our website at crntalk.com and click on the studio cam, and you'll be able to just in a few minutes here see Paul Stern's toe.
A lot of people put stuff on YouTube that is what they refer to as disgusting.
This is going to be the worst disgusting show we've done because all throughout the show today, Paul Stern will have his toe placed on the console. You got like freshener on there and stuff like that.
I think
powder.
I got a little something, but no, this is going to be good. This is going to be trending.
I'm preparing you for what you're going to see. Those of you that wanted to go see a horror movie this weekend, save your money. Just go to the live studio cam at CRN. This will gross you out for the weekend.
This is going to be bad.
Make you care.
It's not good. It isn't good. I mean, I'm going to tell you this right off the bat.
This is...
I have an unbandaged toe.
Okay.
Inside the sock. With a lot going on, if you know what I mean.
I can't hear any more of this, please. Please, take me back to Gitmo. Leave me, get me out of the studio. I want to go back to Guantanamo Bay and torture me there. Apparently, we have someone that has been released by President Obama in our stand. We'll have to get our Sergeant at Arms, Bob Henry, to take him back over to Cuba and get us some cigars. All right, we're going to take a little break here today. We got stories about Bruce Jenner. We got... we got Ellen DeGeneres in the news. We got a lot of news.
And you did that interview with Gene Simmons.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is going to be that won't be repeated this weekend. So if you did not catch it,
you're out of luck. You got to go look on our archives at crntalk.com and click on the What's Cooking show and hear the interview with Gene Simmons. Good stuff.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
It's the PM Show, weekend edition here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn, along with Paul Stern, Tomas pressing the buttons, Courtney Cadera, executive producer. So, this last week, I went out with Ron Escarcega here on our staff, and Ron set up a luncheon with baseball great, baseball legend Steve Garvey. Played for the Padres, played for the Dodgers, should be in the Hall of Fame. I'd say he will be.
Albuquerque Dukes.
The Spokane Indians, I believe they were at that time. I think they were Spokane Indians.
Really?
And Ogden, he was on the Ogden team, Utah. But anyway, so Steve mentioned there's a lot of things. Steve was telling some great stories. He was talking about O.J. Simpson. He knew the late wife Nicole, and the kids went to the same school together. They were there the day that she died. There was some kind of recital or something at school, and Steve and his lovely wife were there, and OJ was sitting way by himself up high, kind of scowling on his face, and Nicole was down earlier, and all this stuff, and he knew that he Bruce Jenner, and so he knows Kris Jenner and all this kind of stuff. So I'm mentioning all that because in the news here, we got to get Steve Garvey on and find out what the heck's going on with Bruce Jenner. Because apparently Bruce, he's been married 3 times. He has produced 6 lovely children. He maybe has become attracted to men after a powerful element of his transition into a woman takes hold. Now, people have suspected this because he's been doing plastic surgery. And some medical experts have been saying this. Members of the transgender community, and TMZ has spent several days surveying medical records who say that Bruce Jenner is in the middle of a cross-sex hormone therapy, which involves heavy doses of estrogen. And the estrogen drives down the levels of testosterone, and the brain sort of feminizes, if you want to be in the vernacular of this, and he begins to think like a woman. Several prominent doctors in the field have been telling TMZ that the hormones often change sexual preference. And so these doctors say in cases where sexual preferences change from women to men, the patient often has the suppressed feelings before the transition, and then the estrogen allows their true feelings to surface. This seems strange to me. I don't know what that person feels like that wants to go through with this, because I have never wanted to do anything like that, but it seems strange. I'd much rather see a beautiful woman walk across the studio here or whatever, right, Tomas? You've gotten in trouble on that before, Tomas, by shaking your head like that, I know. Anyway, I don't know what that was I just said. People are going to worry about Tomas now. I'm going to get my poor buddy Tomas in trouble. I didn't mean anything by it. Tomas just has an eye, He knows how to catch the eye of the ladies, is what I'm saying. And one supposed leader in the transgender community has told TMZ, she says, based on 300 transsexuals in various countries, a third of them retain their sexual preference, a third identify themselves as bisexual, 1/3 change sexual preference. As for Bruce, he's just trying to be in the transformative stage. His skin's going to change. His breasts are going to grow. His voice will become more feminine. The changes are enhanced by procedures that he has already completed, including Botox, facial laser hair removal, several other surgeries. And he's had his larynx shaved. I want to talk to Steve Garvey what he thinks of his friend Bruce. Or Brucina. Or Bruce. Whatever is going to come out of this whole thing over there, I got to know.
Do you think it's really true?
If you came to me, Paul Stern, we've been buddies for a long time. We've done this show. We're almost like an old married couple. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, we've had our sideways, we've had our whatevers. And if you came to me, I would think I would just say, are you really going to do this? I mean, come on. Shaving your larynx? Well, maybe you might want to do that Botox. That might be good. I just made that up. I mean, come on. This is like,
I mean, wait a second. Is Bruce Jenner like seeing anybody? Is there anybody that he's
apparently not.
He's just doing this to do it.
Maybe Steve Garvey. I don't know. Steve Garvey is a great guy. It was fun to be with him at lunch.
I don't think Steve.
Well, maybe he's attracted to men, is what I'm saying. But they're saying that you don't know if that happens. You might stay attracted to women still, but he's trying to think like a woman. Yeah. What is this? This is becoming really strange to me. I thought you did this because you wanted to be a woman, but now they're saying you do this because you want to think like it. Your skin changes. It just seems to me like you're putting. My body is stressed enough. You know, Bruce Jenner wants stress. Come in and work a couple of months here at CRN. Am I right, guys? That'll do it for you.
Good idea.
You see, right? You want some stress. Go hang out with your family members. Right, Paul? That'll stress you out.
No doubt about that.
You know, just stay in close proximity with someone for a long time. See what happens. Anyway, that's a weird first story here on the show, and that's the people have been speculating. I thought maybe they're crazy. Apparently, this is true. Now, Amanda Bynes, the lawyer, wants money for services and for ballet slippers. This guy, Artemo Santiago, has filed some legal docs claiming he was Amanda's savior. Santiago says that Amanda was a mess last October, refusing to take her meds. She was a patient at a Pasadena medical facility in Pasadena, California. He says Amanda hired him, and the first thing he did was to get her back on her meds. Santiago says he became kind of like an attendant. He brought her personal items like ballet shoes, tights, DVDs, various books. And remember when she got out of the psych ward, she was supposed to go to court but ended up eating lunch at a Hollywood diner with her lawyer. That was Santiago. So now he wants $16,000 for his trouble. Amanda's parents, the lawyer for the conservatorship, has a very simple position. Their position is Amanda didn't have the mental capacity to even hire a lawyer, so forget about getting your money. Now, if this guy indeed did help her out, I don't know whether he's entitled for money, so he should get some kind of a positive nod for helping her out, right? If we brought her this stuff?
I think so.
That's our second story. Do they get any better? We're about ready to rip the sock off Paul's toe, and that'll really take the show to a whole new course, let me tell you. That is coming up on the broadcast.
There is a lot going on in that sock.
Paul Stern has a toenail tear that we're going to have some person in the audience will be able to lend some sort of medical advice that only you will be able to decide if you want to take it or not.
It is inflamed, it is red, it is hot, it is oozing.
Ellen DeGeneres is in the news, and the guy apparently he was shoved to the ground by a New York police detective, police person while filming a Dance Dare video for Ellen DeGeneres and her show, is now suing the city. Back in December, this dancer and this prankster, Alexander Bach, that's B-O-K, not B-A-C-H as in Bach and Beethoven. This is Alexander Bach as in bok choy. Alexander Bach was apparently roughed up by some New York Police Department officers while shooting his entry for Ellen's Dance Dare contest. But according to the documents, Bach says he was simply exercising his right to get funky, and there's plenty of precedent. In the lawsuit, Bach says his dancing in the streets merely followed in the footsteps of Martha and the Vandellas. Remember that song? Dancing in the Streets? The Mamas and the Papas, Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Let's Dance, and various songs. He's asking for up to $5 million in damages for excessive force, assault, and violating his freedom of speech. Now this guy I'd pay nothing to. Right? I mean, if you're causing a scene and making it so that the common public can't walk and you're creating some kind of a situation where, you don't get money for that. By the way, there's a bomb scare today up the street. I don't know if any of you heard about that. They closed off the big boulevard. Somebody put some kind of suspicious package in front of the fire station right near here, the CRN Broadcast Center. We're all here, so I think everything's okay.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Some people think they'll be unhappy as they age, but
when they've become the age they thought they were going to be unhappy at, they say, actually, we're much happier.
Sociologist Ann Karff.
I think that the reasons tend to be, first of all, one develops more of a sense of what is important in life. The trivial things you start to see from the point of view of your whole of your life course, how unimportant they are. Then you realize that life is limited and is short. If you're going to enjoy it, you've got to enjoy it now.
So you begin to care less what others think. Instead, you do more of what you want.
The American poet May Sarton put it beautifully when she was asked why she enjoyed being 70. She said, because I am become more fully myself.
Ann Karff's book is How to Age. It debunks stereotypes that lead to negative thinking and reveals ways seniors find joy. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. I'm Aileen Ellis.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Get him out of the studio. Welcome back here to the PM Show Weekend Edition. I'm Michael Horn. Paul Stern was here in the studio with us, but apparently this guy has some kind of toe problem, and his toe loosened up or something, and he was pulling on it, and as soon as I sit down here to start the show, he starts telling me about it. You ever notice how people who have like medical problems sit down and they have to tell you all about it? So he's in here telling me about this. I was like, what am I supposed to do about it? Like, grosses you out as I tell you, my friends listening in across America, across the world, what the heck do you do when you got somebody like that comes in and sits down and starts complaining about their toe hurting? My toe hurts. I get ingrown toenails. You don't see me on the show saying, hey, welcome everybody. I got an ingrown toenail. Oh, I better be quiet. Here he comes. Oh. Welcome back here to the PM Show.
Terrible.
Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. You all right?
Just hobbling around.
Oh, never mind. Don't talk about hobbling. We don't want to hear about it.
Tough. It's always a big mystery when I take off my shoe.
Got terrible stories today, and I'm forced to read them because he could be talking more about the toe.
But the big toe, too, not just the little, the pinky. It's the big one.
Did you get it hung up on something or whatever? Did it you have some kind of fetish with toes? Because I remember, and you've told this story many times on the What's Cooking show, that you were in, was it Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee? You took a tour of the King's Mansion, of Elvis's mansion.
But you know what? I actually got a revelation. I thought I had actually picked up a toenail that belonged to the King of Rock and Roll.
You looked in the shag carpeting and you bent over and picked up a toenail.
I was in the
jungle. You picked up a toenail.
I was in the jungle room.
Did you have the DNA processed on to see it was indeed Elvis's toenail? You were in the jungle room?
No, but
Elvis might have been clipping his toenails one day?
No, but you're not going to believe this.
Thank you very much. So we have a sandwich.
No, you're not going to believe this, Mike.
Clip.
The toenail did not belong to that of Elvis Presley.
How do you know that?
Because it belongs to Robert Conrad.
How do you know that?
Because Bob, a good friend of Elvis Presley, spent many a day at Graceland.
Bob can't see his toes these days.
I know, but the thing is, I did. And I happened to catch the other day, Bob was kind of, I don't know if he was, if his shoe.
Do we want to hear this story, really? Bob was what?
I had
Be
an
careful, he's
opportunity.
my friend. Just take it easy.
I noticed that I took a look at Bob's toenails and it looked like just like the toenail.
Wait a minute, wait. Bob comes in here wearing shoes. There's no way you can see his toenails.
I think he has slippers sometimes. He kind of has those kind of...
So he popped the slippers off?
I don't know if he popped it off or if indeed it just might have just maybe, I don't know, fallen off. But whatever the case was...
You looked at his toes.
Bob's toe looks exactly like the toenail that I had found at Graceland. And Bob had been to Graceland because he was friends with Elvis Presley.
Do you still have the toenail?
I do not have the toenail.
What happened to it?
I bit it.
Just stop. I don't want to hear any more. I do not want to hear any more. Back to the news. What do we got going here now?
The only way I could tell that it was an actual toenail was to actually bite into it.
Sony Pictures chief Amy Pascal, she's leaving her position as the chief of Sony Pictures, and she's going to transition out of her current role by May of this year. She and the CEO, Michael Linton, have apparently struck a deal in which she'll get a major production deal, focusing on movies, TV, and theater. She was embroiled in that leak scandal, that was going on, where did they ever find out if that was somebody inside Sony or was it still the North Koreans? I don't think anybody really knows. Anyway, some of the things that she wrote privately in emails ruffled lots of feathers onto a lot of people, both inside and outside the studio. Her contract was up in March, and the deal between Pascal and Linton was struck just a couple of weeks ago. So she's going to be out.
86th.
Yeah. Now, apparently in Los Angeles, a news reporter got a little heavy-handed, got a little rough housing around, got real pushy with an intruder during his live shot on Wednesday night. You ever watch that where the reporter is sitting there doing a live shot and some weirdo comes up behind going like, yeah, jumping up behind the reporter? Have you seen that? I mean, what do you do when you're a reporter? The only thing stranger than that was when I saw my friend Robert Kovacic do a report with some kind of animal or a bug insect crawling on him. Yeah. Cockroach or something just was walking. It really was. I think it was a cockroach. While he's doing his report and he knows it's walking on him, he just stays there as a professional and just does the report. It's on YouTube. You go to YouTube/NBC News LA, reporter Robert Kovacic, Kovick, I think would it be, Kovacic. Anyway, you'll see it. It's the only thing stranger than this, but apparently some other reporter got a little pushy with one guy that was jumping up behind. We'll tell you the story straight ahead. Would you take your foot down off the console? Thank you. We'll continue straight ahead here. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, the PM Show Weekend Edition.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California. With the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or owe the IRS or state more than $10,000? If you don't take action now, your tax problem is going to get worse. Much worse. Seizure of property, bank levies, wage garnishments, and potential criminal prosecution. And if you owe the IRS back payroll taxes, chances are you will be visited at your home or business by an IRS agent. Don't become paralyzed by fear. Take action now. Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield for help. Our team of experienced tax attorneys can get you protected. Stop collections and negotiate a permanent settlement with the IRS and state, potentially saving you thousands of dollars. At U.S. Tax Shield, our tax advisors will review your case for free, inform you of your rights, and give you a guaranteed quote. No games and no tricky upsells. That's why we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Put an end to your torment. Get protected. Get the Shield. Call U.S. Tax Shield now at 800-211-8753. That's 800-211-8753. 800-211-8753.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-731-4185. That's 800-731-4185. 800-731-4185.
Dreaming about a home makeover? It's easy to transform your home with deals on hardwood floors from Lumber Liquidators. Don't spend $5.99 a square foot this week at 3/4-inch solid Brazilian Koa for an unheard of $2.99. Or go from dingy carpet to stylish hardwood in a weekend with easy to install 5-inch click hardwood. This week, it's only $2.19. Plus deals on bamboo, laminate, and more from 49 cents. And get special financing. Get started on your dream home today. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you.
Homeowners, there's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home and loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Call now. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
PM Show Weekend Edition here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Paul Stern in excruciating pain right now. You coined that phrase, didn't you, Tomas? Excruciating pain. How do you say it?
Excruciating pain.
Excruciating pain when you have it. And Paul has some kind of a toenail problem. Yeah. We're going to be showing... Oh, I don't want to see this. The sock is still out. There's some blood coming through on that sock.
There it is, some seepage.
We're going to show this on the video cam here. For those of you that don't want to spend any money to go see like Seventh Son that's being released this weekend, any kind of a scary film, we're going to actually show Paul's toe here in one of these upcoming segments here on the show. So get at crntalk.com if you're hearing the show live on Friday. If not, you can go to, we'll post it up on our website. Am I right, Tomas? They can take a listen to it and they can pick the archive for the PM Show Weekend Edition. Now, also, just before the break, my good buddy Mancow, you know, the famed Hall of Fame disc jockey, radio talk show host, talk show expert, TV personality, flippantly, as his way from time to time, went to a screening. I mean, I took care of this guy. He comes out here. He stays in Southern California, stays at my home.
Sportsman's Lodge.
I get him fixed up at the Sportsman's Lodge, and he stays at my house. And you know what he does? He goes to these like cheap hotels and he steals the little thing from the doorknob that says "Do Not Disturb," and he'll come to your house and actually hang it on the doorknob. It says "Make up room" on one side or "Stay." And my cleaning lady now won't throw it away. I just looked at it in disgust. I tossed it in the trash can the other day. So he comes out, eats my food, stays with me. locks in, stays for a while, and so then I take him to a movie screening. I mean, this guy's from Chicago. I mean, they probably don't have screenings there in Chicago. It's the Midwest. They got corn cob eating contests. And so, Mancow, he comes out. I take him to Universal Studios. Yeah, you're on the air. And we sat there and we're watching this film, this beautiful film put by the lovely Jennifer Lopez. It's The Boy Next Door. And he comes out of this thing after they've invited us from Universal, the executives, and he says, this movie will not be in the top 10 by the second week. And so I look at the results. Second week, it's number 5. It's in the top 5.
Number 5.
Mancow, welcome to the show. I believe you owe me a bottle of wine.
Well, typical of somebody in Hollywood to say that Chicago, that's what Chicago's like. We eat corn cobs and sit around with our thumbs.
Well, my uncle's got a farm back there, and he raises corn. That's the best corn.
Chicago is much more Chicago's a more American city than where you live, pal.
Oh yeah,
like
go ahead.
Guadalajara.
Come on, we've got a melting pot in Southern California, and we got pot too. I believe
melting pot has lots of different people.
I'd like to say hello to Jose, who's listening to the program outside the glass.
It's your friend Paul Stern that you insult here on the radio, and then you get him to drive you around. Paul Stern becomes your personal driver after you insult him on the air. How does that work?
No, nobody wants to see Paul's disgusting green monster, the booger monster, the toenail guy with the jackhammer. I've seen that. It's disgusting.
He's got it.
Oh, believe me, it's hot. And I don't mean hot like hot. I mean hot like it's a red.
He's got a very hot and inflamed toe. We haven't seen it yet, but it is out of the shoe. And there
it is seepage.
There is, I hate to say seepage, but you can see it on the tip of this. It's on the,
Listen, I'm actually at a talk radio convention.
Oh, nice.
In Atlanta.
Thanks for inviting me.
And Rush is here, and Sean Hannity.
Oh, and all the big heavyweights. And we're sitting here back at our studio eking out a living doing a show.
Doug Stefan is here. He's at every single convention, standing in the hallway. Hey.
Is it Doug Stefan or is it Doug Steffen?
Hey. He wants attention so bad.
So
anyway,
what's the convention? What's the convention going on in Atlanta?
I'm not kidding you. I'm at the W Hotel right now. You're on the system. I'm listening. Lo and behold, you're slandering my name.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna call my lawyer.
I'm sorry. Did you steal?
That J-Lo movie is a dog.
Well, you still owe me a bottle of wine because it's still in the top 5. And by the way, what did you steal from the doorknob there at the?
I pay my bets.
I know. I can't wait.
The reason I have the do not disturb on my door when I stay, down the hall
for free at my house complete with coffee and I believe we had a complimentary continental breakfast in the morning.
Oh man.
I said, I asked Mac, I said, do you want something? And he goes, well, you're not being a very good host, so then I got to pull out the bacon, because he's from the Midwest. You got to have bacon, you got to have all the good stuff there. You got to put it.
Yeah, that's what we eat in the Midwest. Bacon. Yeah.
I watch Chicago Fire. I watch Chicago PD. I watch those shows that are produced there. Right in the middle of the show, they're eating bacon.
And Paul will agree with me on this. He cannot disagree, and we heard your producer talk. I make one phone call, and you're going to jail with all the illegals you had working on your pool. Okay, one phone call.
One phone call. I still want my bottle of wine.
All I had to yell was immigration, and everybody ran out of your yard.
That's the way. That just before payday, just when I'm writing them the check, I have somebody yell that.
God forbid you have somebody say to your house, you give them a morsel of breadcrumb to eat. It's called being a host, my friend.
I'm telling you.
I'm listening to your show here at the W in Atlanta, and you're not.
And you asking my gardener to load your bag in the back of my car. I think you went a little much on that, Mancow.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt this cigarette break.
So, what are you doing in Atlanta? What's the convention? What is that thing that you're at? What is?
I'm telling you the truth.
I know. What is it called? What is
it? A guy named George Norrie is here talking about space aliens. Oh, you knew who was here?
Art Bell.
I knew him, and I thought I knew him from Pizza Hut. I didn't. Herman Cain was here. You remember Herman Cain?
Yes, he was a presidential candidate.
Was he president?
Yeah, and he does a talk show. He does a talk show now.
Is it any good?
Well, since you've been on hiatus from your show, would you talk to Mr. Cain to see if he might want to do some fill-in shows for you?
So listen. So yeah. I when it's all over, I said, "Hey, Mr. Cain, does Rand Paul have a chance?" And he said, you don't like Rand Paul, do you? I said, I do. My voice didn't go up like that, but I said, I do. And he goes, he doesn't have a chance. That's all he said to me. He doesn't have a chance.
Look, go up to Herman Cain, look him straight in the eye, and go 999. That was his campaign thing. He had 9 years and 9 penitentiary. It was the 9. What was it? The 9. It was his tax plan, the 999 plan.
That's what Eva Braun used to say to Hitler all the time.
Thank you. Thank you very
much,
Red Cow.
Frisky.
Thank you so much.
He would get frisky.
Yeah, thank you. The audience loves you for that, I'll tell you, and we'll give you a rim shot of that with you. Thank you, Man Cow. Send the wine, make sure and insure
That's why
it.
I put a do not disturb on my door.
Just make sure that you put some kind of insurance on it, because I want it nice, safely to arrive at my door. All right, take a little break. We'll come back with more straight ahead. Man Cow from Atlanta. Apparently there's a convention going on. Jennifer, on her birthday, had to fill in for Doug Stefan this morning. I can't believe it.
Geico RV presents Reflections from the Road.
I love the great outdoors and saving money. So I made the easy switch to Geico RV insurance, which was a whole lot easier than eating my wife's cooking for a week.
Rob, I can hear you.
Sometimes I think she can read my thoughts.
Yeah, you were thinking about Geico RV insurance.
Man, she's good.
Well, you are saying everything out loud.
I meant to do an internal monologue.
Geico, for your RV, trailer, or camper. See how much you could save.
WGN America presents Cashing In with the Candid.
Cool.
All this week at 6 East 3 West, watch 7th Heaven on WGN America and look for the Camden Cash icon to pop up on screen. Then go to WGNAmerica.com and tell us which character appeared on the bill. And you automatically enter yourself to win a cash prize.
Is this my lucky day or what?
It's Cashing In with the Candids.
Yes.
All this week at 6 East 3 West, only on WGN America.
Put your yakking in hand over the moolah.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
PM show nationwide, coast to coast, TRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. Take it easy. Will someone get some, do you have any kind of pain medication? We got an aspirin for Paul. Rub it on his toe.
No, I'll pour a little hydrogen peroxide.
Don't do that. That's going to set you off if you do it.
Foams it up. It's amazing what that stuff can do.
Paul has an injured toe, and he's been complaining about it since the beginning of this show.
Yeah,
and he now has his shoe off. I don't know how he's going to get the shoe back on. He has his sock sitting there, and there is some sort of red material on the sock.
Jose told me in the front office that a few years back he actually had to get an operation in order to cure some kind of an ingrown hangnail.
Yeah, you have to do that sometimes. I had to go into a doctor's office and have it actually cut out.
A podiatrist, I believe.
Yes, a podiatrist, and there's also a foot doctor. So the news reporter, and thank you to Lohman and Barkley. Are you going to keep doing that during this story? Okay, so that's Paul Stern over there. I'm Michael Horn.
When you take the sock off, though, it sticks. You know, and you get that kind of...
Ease it off slow so we can put it up on the cam, because everybody now wants to see it at crntalk.com. Just click the listen, the view, like studio cam, I believe it says up there. Tomas is on the phone right now trying to get some kind of medical emergency equipment in here. So this reporter gets real pushy with the guy who intrudes on his live shot on Wednesday night last week. This guy's from Channel 5 in Los Angeles, KTLA. Oh. His name is Steve Kuj, and he was on the streets of Hollywood talking about measles. when this old dude rushes at him, and Steve's response is he aggressively shoved the guy out of the shot. So he kind of sounds like he might be a bully, but, I'd probably do the same thing. The KTLA sources say that Steve was worried the guy was about to scream, what has become one of the heckler's battle cries during the live shots. Because it's, bystanders hijack these live shots all the time. You've seen it on your local news. And this guy, Jameis Winston, got suspended for screaming it at the Florida State campus. Anyway, so Steve has a martial arts background and claims he has a second-degree black belt. Better than having a second-degree murder, I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, there you go.
This isn't good.
Jennifer Lopez is kind of on the down low again. She and Casper Smart have quietly hooked up, leading to the question, what's going on here? Casper was out on the this big event in Hollywood where he hung out with Nick Jonas, and there are plenty of pictures there with Casper leaving the event with no sign of J-Lo. But we have heard, TMZ has heard, that she was actually waiting in the car for him as he left. They went to a hotel cafe in Hollywood where a picture was snapped. There's a picture of the two of them that was taken in the entire evening. They supposedly broke up in April, but they've been seen together from time to time, and they've taken great pains to avoid pictures. Remember, she ducked down in her car? Well, Casper's dog was at J-Lo's house recently, and then the dog bit someone, so there's another story. So if you're into the J-Lo saga, go see her movie, by the way. It's not the greatest film that she's ever done by far, but it's Jennifer Lopez. So, the sad thing about this, Bobby Brown's daughter, too. He does not want to take his daughter, Bobby Christina, off of life support because he believes in God-driven miracles. And this poor girl, just like her mother, in the bathtub, found face down in the tub. She's on life support systems. I mean, this is a sad, sad state of affairs. And I'm wondering if people knew that she was depressed or whatever and could have entered into something. I mean, you wonder about this with people in and around in society that have these problems. So, Bobby Brown and his family, they're deeply religious. They believe that doctors cannot account for miracles that the family's seen. They've seen it before. And so far, Bobby Christina's condition has remained the same since Monday morning. Brain functions are minimal. There's been no improvement. And so we'll see what happens. But that is a tough, I do not want to ever be in that situation. Our heart out and prayers to Bobby Brown and his family. It's just a sad thing. There's a boy, Big Boy, this guy in Los Angeles. If you ever heard his show, he's the ultimate sort of get down DJ, one of the biggest personalities in radio. Yeah, if there's something new on the rap scene, if there's something new in music, Big Boy's got it. And apparently he's gotten to be too popular for his own good because the MS Communications Group says that Big Boy has betrayed them by jumping to a competitor. And they want to stop it. They got a lawyer. Apparently they have the first right of refusal. If he was offered more money than they were paying him, they could match it and he would stay. So iHeartRadio offers him a chunk of change, like $3.5 million, I hear. And Big Boy decides he's going to go to iHeartRadio. Took it. It did not allow MS Media, who's had him for years, to counteroffer. That smacks of terribleness on Big Boy's part. I mean, if that's the deal you sign, that's what you live by. Am I right about this, Tomas?
You are correct, sir.
Am I right about this, bad toe Paul Stern?
I believe that to be the case.
So Emma says they have a right under the existing deal to match a competitor's offer and keep him, and says that's exactly what they did. But Big Boy told the company he was leaving anyway. And apparently this new outlet here is one of the stations in Los Angeles has changed format. Right? What were they playing before? 103.1 or whatever it is, Tomas?
No, 92.3.
92.3.
Oldies, old school oldies, and now
that's
they're going
a good format, by the way.
Now
they dumped that format.
Yes, they dumped it.
What are they going to play?
Hip hop and R&B.
Yeah, that's a loser format. Wait till Big Boy gets there and destroys that station. How's he doing at his station that he left? Was he Power 106 in Los Angeles? Was he doing all right?
He was doing quite well. That's
I didn't see him in the top 10.
Depending on the demos, he was in the top 10.
I liked him when he was Big Boy, but didn't he have one of the stomach stapling things over there where he got too thin?
Yes, he did.
They should be calling Big Boy now Little Boy. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted. So far, he's not on the air. There's lawsuits flying around. We'll keep you posted.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Minetti. And many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanicin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanicin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right. For you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right. In Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Are you ready for this? The showroom at South Point presents one electrifying show, a tribute to one of the greatest American rock bands of all time. Beginnings, a Chicago tribute. February 6th to the 8th. Tickets at the box office, online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone. 702-797-8055. Beginning, a Chicago tribute at the South Point.
Where is it?
It's Tower of Power at the showroom in South Point. What is it? The hits, the brass, the music. February 13th to the 15th. Tickets available in person at the box office, online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone. 702-797-8055. Tower of Power at the South Point.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Stern has just taken the sock off his shoe. Oh! I've sent it to Nikki to put up on Facebook. But let me just tell you, this will gross you out. I'm telling you right now. Can you see it, Tomas? Do I have it on the camera? Look on your screen in there. Tell me if I got it centered. I can't see. Is it all right?
Yes, it's all right.
Thank you very much. He says it is throbbing right. This thing is totally inflamed. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be up on our Facebook page here for the PM show, facebook.com/CRN. You'll check it up. It's there. Yeah, what is that?
Magic Matt outside the studio is telling me that I ought to go to a doctor because
you should.
It's going to get worse.
It is going to be worse.
He thinks it's going to spread.
No, it's not going to spread, but you need to get that taken care of. Oh, boy, I got to steady myself here for a second. The Kardashians, by the way, have said they're doing something they've never said that they would do before. They're turning down promotion for their TV show. Oh. Not a single Kardashian or Bruce Jenner or any Jenner of the family will do a press, any press related to the premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians season 10 because we're going to watch Bruce's transition. It's going to be something else. Also, Big Boy released a statement just yesterday. He says, I feel nothing but love and gratitude for my nearly 21 years I've spent with my listeners at Power 106. I'm proud of everything I accomplished over the last 2 decades and the contribution I made to the station's success. All I want to do right now is get back to what I love and am meant to do, wake up every morning and hang with my listeners. Well, if you like that, then why did you breach your contract? That's what I say, Big Boy.
Put that in there. We're going to make Big Boy stare at Paul's toe for an hour. Damon Wayans Jr.'s has an odd history with the show New Girl. First, he was on the pilot episode, but he was still working on Happy Endings. When that show ended, he returned for a 4-episode arc on New Girl before finishing the 3rd season as a special guest star. Then he got his first full-time spot in the 4th season, but it's going to be his last. He says, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to come back to New Girl in season 3, to be in the role of coach. But this is it. He's done with it. He's not going to do it. And our good friend Brian Williams, this guy's in hot water. This just is, NBC News is so uncredible. They're really having trouble with their news department. Apparently, he was admitted to lying about being on the helicopter that took fire in Iraq. And he said that he was on a fire that took helicopter that took fire. It was a different helicopter. It wasn't his. Then he said he was down on the ground with the SEALs or whatever protecting him, and that didn't happen. There are all these people in the Army, the Marines are saying that didn't happen. And so now they're questioning, looking at everything he's done. Now he apparently, when he was in New Orleans, he said he saw a dead body float by in the French Quarter during Hurricane Katrina. But that area didn't experience any flooding.
Oh, wait a second now.
So now, I just received a notice from Brian Williams. Brian has said that he just performed surgery on Paul's toe. Did that happen, Paul? Do you recall if Brian Williams was there with that?
I didn't remember that, Dr. Williams. But
just on the morning show with Doug Stefan, too.
It is possible.
So, according to NBC sources, one of the people looking for Williams to resign is his predecessor, Tom Brokaw. One source says that Brokaw wants Williams' head on a platter. He says he's making a lot of noise at NBC that a lesser journalist or producer would not have immediately been fired for a false report. So the NBC News president knew that Williams was lying. Apparently Williams even told him to stop telling the story. It's in Williams' book. Oh, this is terrible. I like Brian Williams, but this is a tough thing. Oh. All right, put your toe up there on that camera, Paul Stern. We're sorry. This is see if you can help Paul Stern with his bad toe. Let us know about it here. That's our show. Thank you for joining us. Is there a doctor in the house? If you missed anything, go to our website at crntalk.com. That's crntalk.com. Thanks to Courtney Cadera, executive producer, Tomas, for doing the show. Tomas is actually passed out. We get somebody backing up in the studio. Thank you, Paul Stern, for sharing your toenail with us. I'm Michael Horn saying have a great weekend. Barry Farber will show us some war injuries next on his show. It's good to get checked out with Barry Farber. Maybe Barry can check with you on that. Hope you're going to be back here Monday, Paul Stern. If not, we'll call 911. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car, catch up on all the shows you missed. Or listen live to your favorites. Download our CRN app from your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Just